Hi, this is Survivor and Scrappy Mania, and today I'm going to create another layout. I'm using papers from the Songbird stack, and I got this at Tuesday morning some time ago. So I'm going to be using this paper, so little pieces of this paper, this other paper, and then I'm also using the die cut with a view doodle around the stack, and I'm using the hearts paper. This is my layout, and now this is from a rose that I got from Anna Griffin. I received a card, and it had this rose on there, so I went ahead and cut out the card for the rose. And then this is, I have a stamp, and it is this stamp. And I'm not sure, I have a mess here, so I don't know where I put the package. But I got it at Tuesday morning, and it's going to be this saying that says, "Love is the master key, which opened the gates of happiness." And then I went ahead and used one of my Spellbinder labor die cuts in order to die cut out a little label. And that's going to go on top of my rose, like so. Then these are some of my fabric butterflies that I make. And then this is another journaling little tag that I have. This is a new camera that I bought at Hobby Lobby. So this is the stamp. And I used some Stays-On ink, and I stamped it on fabric, and I will show you a tutorial how you can create these little embellishments made out of fabric with your stamps. And then here's another little tag that I'm going to put up here with the date. I'm using my Martha Stewart punch around the page to punch out my my page. Now I made a little mistake there, so that's why I'm going to use this little label to just cover up that mistake. I already adhered my pictures, and I put a little, this is some fabric that I create using Stiffy. So I usually take some fabric, I put some of this stiffener on, and I let it dry, and then I use my die cutter to cut it out. And then these are my, now this one measures 11 3/4 by 12, and why I do that, why I cut it a little smaller on the side, is because that way I don't have to struggle with trying to put it inside my page protector, because sometimes when I do create these pages, it has a lot of bulk. And sometimes it's kind of hard to place it into the page protector. So that's why I give it a little space, like a 1/8 of an inch space, so that way it will slide in my page protector. And then this one is actually, let's see, 9 by 10.5, and that's gonna 9 by 10.5, and that's gonna go in this square. It actually goes like this. And then this one is actually 9 by 3.5, and that's going to go right here. So I'm going to start adhering everything down. When I started placing my layers down, as you can see, the craft cardstock was kind of fading into the background, and it looked like the lace paper was floating, and it didn't have anything to ground it. So I decided to put a stitching edge on my craft cardstock and create a frame, so that way it kind of made the background, that cardstock, be more noticeable after I did my stamping of my stitch. And then I decided I wanted to repeat that same technique on my second layer. And it's good rule of thumb that whenever you have one technique, like either stamping, you're stamping about the border, or you're putting embellishment, that at least repeat the embellishment twice or 3 times on your page. So that's why I did that stitching again on the base page. So now I'm going to start adhering my layers, and I'm going to use some inking on around the edges just to kind of make it pop a little more. And then I was going to use dot adhesive to adhere this layer down to my lace paper. But my lace paper has a lot of glitter and has a lot of texture, and the dot adhesive does not really adhere very well when you have texture. So that's why I decided to use the score tape. And there I'm using 3 pictures. I'm going to use my Anna Griffith Recycle Flower. And then I'm going to use my seine. I'm going to place it right next to the flower, and I decided to use some foam dots. So that way, because the flower is 3-dimensional, so I'm using foam dots. Okay, so this is my layout. Very simple, not too much fuss. And I hope you like my tutorial, and thank you for watching. Bye.